Stay tuned and let's take a look at the Power Rangers Lightning Collection Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles morphed April O'Neil and morphed Michelangelo. Pow and welcome back to the channel, Dan Who Reviews. As always, my name is Dan W. Make sure you are following me on Instagram at It's Dan Who. And remember, you can now hit that join button and become a channel member as well. Quite simply, show some love or join the members club. Much appreciated. Today we are taking a look at the Power Rangers Lightning Collection Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles morphed April O'Neil and morphed Michelangelo. Now, it is no secret, and if you are a fan of the channel, then you know that the Power Rangers and the Turtles are two of my favourite franchises growing up. So nostalgic, and I still love them to this day. So the fact that these have crossed over in any form of media, let alone action figures, blows my mind. And I know there have been crossovers in the past, but I'm pretending that one didn't happen, because in 2019 and throughout 2020, there was a mini comic run by IDW and Boom Studios where the Power Rangers crossed over with the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. And in that comic, the Turtles actually morphed into the Power Rangers. My brain exploded, and we now have that represented in figure form. So all of the Turtles got a power coin and they all morphed, and even April O'Neil became the Pink Ranger, which is genius, and we have these in figure form today. So this pack has Mikey and April O'Neil, and we also get interchangeable portraits so we can see who's underneath the helmet, which is a nice touch. So we know these are going to scale beautiful with Lightning Collection, as this is basically the Pink Ranger we already have, just without the skirt. A few differences, but of course I'll do comparisons and all that stuff, because obviously I've bought all of the figures in this line. It's in the standard Lightning Collection packaging, which has always been really nice and smart. Just now we get the green. We got morphed April, morphed Mikey, Lightning Collection, both pictures on either side, and then if we spin it around into the back, we just get two digital renders of the figures in the box. No cross sale, which again, I think Lightning Collection are missing a trick, but we know there are more figures in this line, and obviously I'm going to get them all out in this review. But first, let's open these. Taking a quick look at the plastic tray out of the box, because out of the box you can now see all of the accessories it comes packed with. So you get Mikey's nunchuck daggers, you also get April's bow that she's borrowed from Kimberly, as well as the portraits I've already showed you, but you also get April O'Neil's sort of microphone and camera, which is a nice little packing. But yeah, looks really good. Let's get them out. And they look even better out of the tray. And poor Mikey, there was no orange Power Ranger, so he had to go for yellow. But yellow's still great, and I do like the way they've combined Trini's weapons with Mikey's nunchucks. So you got these dagger nunchucks. You even get an effect piece that attaches onto there, and he can holster them on his belt. So weapon storage on all the Turtles, it seems. And April, I was about to say Kimberly then, but April comes with multiple choice for accessories, as she's got the bow, she's got two sort of bow effects, as well as her microphone, camera, and you even get a little power blaster as well. So lots of options. Let's check them out. And first, I'm very curious to see the differences between April and Kimberly. So here we have a side-by-side of two Pink Rangers in the Lightning Collection, but of course this one is April, this one is Kimberly. And the way you can tell just by looking at them is April doesn't have the Pink Ranger skirt. You can see there's no skirt piece there. She has her morpher attached to her belt. Kimberly actually has the skirt piece with the morpher on the skirt, and that's basically otherwise they're the same figure. I do think the pink's a tiny different shade, but it's very minute difference, and the helmets are different as well. The helmets are actually a different sculpt. So let me show you a close-up side by side, and you can see that April's helmet is a little better sculpted in my opinion. You can see that pterodactyl head sculpt goes a little bit further back, and the helmet's just a tiny bit bigger, and I think proportionally looks better on the body. So yeah, they've upgraded the helmet. But anyway, back to the figures. They are the same, as I said, all the way around. Just one's got a skirt, one hasn't, and the pink is just a little bit brighter on April, I think, but not drastically different, but still, it's the Pink Ranger. You can mix and match. It's Lightning Collection, they all fit together, so yeah, there you go. If you get Pink Ranger April, you could sort of have her in a Lightning Collection Power Ranger team up, but it wouldn't be accurate because the skirt is missing. But still, there you go. In case you don't have the pink Mighty Morphin Ranger, let's just have a quick look at April anyway. So you can see the morpher on the belt, and if you look close enough, they have sculpted the pterodactyl in there, so I think that's pretty good. I've put the power blaster in the harness already. It's a shame that we didn't get an alternative version where the power blaster is actually folded up, because that's not exactly accurate, but of course you can hold it now as well. Those diamonds go all the way around. You can see the really deep butterfly joints, so of the arms have so much range going back. It's crazy. So yeah, great range here. You've got the ball joint up top as well as the ad crunch. So lots of range on these Lightning collections. But that new helmet's definitely better. You've got the diamonds on the front and then pink all the way down. Diamonds again on the boot. Boot swivel hidden within the design of the boots. Overall, a very nice figure indeed. But of course, she comes with an alternative head. So let's bring the side by side in and we can see April O'Neil here looking pretty good. Like, I don't think it's spot on, but it has a more realistic flavour to it. And I think they've chose to do it that way so it can fit in with the Lightning collection, because the other Rangers portraits are obviously based off actual actors and real people. So this comic version of April, they've tried to give like a realistic tone. And I actually don't mind that at all. It's not very comic-y. It does look like an actual real person, doesn't it? So yeah, fair play. I don't mind them going in that direction. I think it looks pretty good. And keeping on the April head, April comes with some very specific accessories for her. So she comes with a handheld camera, which she can actually hold up to her eye. Like, she can actually film the turtles, which is perfect. So bravo on that. Even though the single jointed elbow, it still gets up high enough where you can literally get that covering her eye, or you can literally just sit it on her shoulder. So I like that a lot. Just a standard black camera with a bit of blue there on the lens, but it works out pretty good. And a microphone. So it doesn't say channel 5 or channel 6, I can't remember, but it doesn't say it anyway. But it's still works, and obviously that's April O'Neil for you, reporting as the Pink Ranger. So I like that a lot, because the figure comes with 2 open palm hands so you can grip the accessories. But we do get the Pink Ranger's power bow as well, this time cast in a grey with a little bit of pink on there. And then we also get this same effect piece that we got with Kimberly, which is just like a powered up bow effect, arrow if you will. But if you don't want a powered up arrow, you do get a normal pink arrow as well. But I must admit, it's very hard to get her posed up in a dynamic way because the hands just don't grip the bow properly. The bow is made in a way so it will combine with the other weapons, because if you buy all the turtles, their weapons will combine just like the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. So I'll show you that once I've went through all the figures. But there you go. You do get accessories for Kimberly as well. Bow and 2 arrows. But if you want your April O'Neil to wave or punch at someone, don't worry, you can do that as well. Hasbro has you covered, because you do get a set of interchangeable hands, but they're not a pair. You do get one waving hand, which is probably fading in against the white background, but there it is. It's a karate chop, salute, waving hand, you know the score. And then we get a punch, just one fisted hand, so you can punch some putty foot soldiers. But it works. Again, it would be nice to get a pair, but at least we have some options. So moving on to Mikey, just like the other turtles, he is a great figure, just now in yellow, but he does have the unique helmet because he is the saber-toothed tiger. As I said, poor Mikey, there was no orange ranger, but yellow's close enough. So you can see the saber-toothed tiger sort of teeth there in that chrome over the visor, and you can also see the red beady eyes on the black visor, which is accurate to the comics. You get the sort of chrome mouth plate and the nose for the saber-tooth, as well as the black eyes up there as well. Very nicely done, and the sculpted ears. Just subtle, but they're there. So it's a nicely sculpted helmet, and my lights are probably shining on it a bit too bright, but I promise you it's a really nice figure. And obviously let's do a side by side, because you have options. Now if you want your Mikey to be a party dude, you can, as Mikey's got this very expressive happy face, and I would expect nothing less from Michelangelo. So you've got the bandana, you've got the sort of big open mouth with the teeth, with the tongue sticking out, and yeah, that's a great sort of face to represent Mikey's sort of personality, if you will, on the shelf. Unique to the other turtles, and again a slightly different shade of green. So you have your options. Back to the figure itself, as I said, like the others, very nice. You've got the gold shell on the front and the back, and then on the front here you've actually got weapon storage for his nunchuck daggers, which is very good. So they're in there quite snug as well, and I had to squeeze them from the bottom to get them in, and you can see here it's not as easy as you think. They're not going to fall out once they're in there. So there's your open harness, and I've literally just squeezed these together, and they do attach as well. Let's just look at these real quick while we're here. So you can see here these weapons like attached there. I don't know if that's to help them fit in, but they actually plug in there like that, and very nicely done. And there's a plastic chain, unfortunately. It would have been nice to have real chain, but still, I get it. And you squeeze it there, and then you just push them in. And there you go. Now they fit nicely. I should probably do that on this side. This side, they're still a bit loose. But anyway, back to the figure. The more fat on the belt is a nice touch. And again, if I zoom in and focus a little bit, you can probably see the saber-toothed tiger sculpted on there. Very nicely done. You get the white diamonds there, you get the diamonds on the yellow wrists, and then down on the boots, which are sculpted and painted, which is very nice. But once again, completely pinless, double jointed, double knees, double elbow, just a very aesthetically pleasing figure that matches perfectly what we've seen on the comic pages. So yeah, I'm very impressed with these Turtles, and I can't wait to put the whole team on the shelf. But Mikey's looking good, so let's get these weapons out and see what he looks like holding them. So to be fair, he doesn't look too bad at all, considering he is limited because these are obviously plastic chains. Again, I would love these to be articulated metal chains, but again, that would be crazy. But I would like to see it. But you can still get them posed up nice, of course, and as I said, the hands will grip them very tightly, so they are not going to fall out for displaying. And he does have an effect piece as well, so you can add a little bit of flair. It's like a translucent purple sort of swoosh effect that you literally just put on one of the daggers. Like you see, it's like that, and you literally just put it on, and it sort of nice tight grip. And that's not going to fall out now. So now you have like a swoosh effect for swinging his nunchuck daggers around, I guess. It's okay, maybe he's going to do some hard work to get it to look good on a display, but at least it's something, at least they're trying something. So there you go, you have an effect piece. And of course, all the turtles come with a set of fisted hands and a set of open palm, more expressive hands, which look pretty good as well. And of course, the comparison that makes all the sense. What would you get if you crossed Michelangelo with the yellow Power Ranger? Well, of course, you'd get Michelangelo, the yellow Power Ranger. And yeah, it's so good to see these together. This is, of course, the NECA Toon Turtles in disguise. Michelangelo with the very expressive face that sort of matches this face as well, which is pretty good as well. Quite similar expressions there. He's also holding the pizza and giving us the thumbs up. We've got Michelangelo's seal of approval there. Cheers, Mikey. And then we've got, obviously, Trinity over here, the yellow Mighty Morphin Power Ranger, who scales just a little bit shorter than Mikey is the Turtle Power Ranger, which isn't too bad at all. And the yellows match pretty nicely as well, so that's a nice touch. But yeah, it's so great to see this. It still blows my mind that these two franchises exist in figure form. Crazy. Of course, here we have all of the Power Ranger Turtles together. And again, this site is amazing. It blows my mind that these two franchises exist in figure form, and they look so good as a set. I want a set of these on every single shelf in my display. They're so good. So of course, we've got Donatello, the Black Ranger, aka the best turtle. We've got Raphael, the Red Ranger, Mikey, the Yellow Ranger, Leonardo, the Blue Ranger, and then April O'Neil as the Pink Ranger there in the middle to complete the 5. And they look glorious. They really, really do. And I'm not gone through articulation in this particular review, as I am reviewing all of the figures in this wave. I went through articulation with Donatello during my Donatello and Leonardo review, so go and check out the videos tab, find the playlist, all that good stuff, because all 4 turtles are essentially the same figure with different weapon harnesses, different helmets, and obviously different colours. Here we have our April O'Neil comparison, and we have our NECA Toon April compared to our Lightning Collection April. And you can see the similarities. You can see the red hair, the short bob, and I always love it when you can get a Ranger holding a helmet under the arm there. And NECA have told us we are going to get another April at some point because they reckon they can do a better job than this one. So yeah, I'm all for it. But here we have our comparison. Continuing with comparisons in the actual comic crossover, the Power Rangers get new ninja costumes as well, which we don't have in figure form yet, but these Ninja Rangers are the closest thing we have to it. So here we have Kimberly, of course, and then Adam. Adam wasn't in the crossover, it was Zach as the Black Ranger, but still, you get what I'm going for here, and I think they scale great. This is what it would look like if Mikey and April joined the Power Rangers team permanently. In the crossover as well, Shredder got hold of the green Power Ranger coin, the Dragon coin, and turned himself into Shredder the Green Ranger. And that's what we got here in the Lightning Collection as well. Already done a review on the channel. Go and check out the playlist and find that. And again, this is a great figure, by the way, and scales beautifully with these as he is more imposing as he should be. But just for another Shredder comparison, here I have the NECA Toon Shredder as well. And again, I don't think these work too bad. These Toon cartoon turtle figures definitely work sort of with these Power Rangers. I think it looks pretty good. And just to show you another example of these Toon NECA figures working so well, here we have Rocksteady and Bebop, who also appear in the crossover, and again I think they sort of work on a display, sort of. Here we have some NECA Toon foot soldiers. Here we have some putty patrollers. And what do you get if you crossed a foot soldier with a putty patroller? Well, you'd get a putty foot soldier, wouldn't you? So here we have this in the Lightning Collection. This guy came packed with Raphael. So we only get one of them because it is obviously an interchangeable head to make it sort of foot soldier Tommy. But this could be a 2-packers in itself. I definitely want more of these guys. So this is what would you get if you crossed a foot soldier with a putty patroller. You'd get that guy, essentially. But there you go. It looks good. Again, another great Lightning Collection edition. Here we have the Lightning Collection Lord, Zed, and Rita, who team up with Shredder in this crossover. And again, they look great. And just for some fun, here we have some Marvel Legends. So we have Frogman and Tigra, and Captain Britain, and Hal, Fire, Hank, So, final thoughts on April O'Neil and Michelangelo. Honestly, obviously, I like these figures. Of course I do. You have to get this set to complete the team. That's what it's all about, getting that Power Ranger Turtle team on the display because they just look so good together. And adding April O'Neil as the Pink Ranger was genius. Bravo. And the figure's really nice as well because they went for a more realistic tone head sculpt so the portrait will fit in with other figures in your Lightning collection. So I like how they were conscious of that. And these figures ain't going to stick out like a sore thumb. Like, they look like they're all from the same universe, as they should be. As I said, this is canon. It happened in the comics. There's lots of other Boom Studio figures. Why not the Turtles? And they have nailed it. These are beautifully articulated, pinless figures for 2022, and I am very impressed. Honestly, if you are on the fence, or if you're a Turtles and a Power Rangers fan, what are you waiting for? Go and seek out the comic. It's only 5 issues, very easy read, loads of Easter eggs, but get these figures. These figures are beautiful. I can't say enough good things. Really, really love these, but I'm biased. As I said, I'm a big fan of Turtles and Power Rangers anyway. I don't know if you could tell with all the comparison figures I already had at hand, so yeah, you let me know what you think, of course, and go and check out the other videos for my other reviews. I've already reviewed Shredder, I've already reviewed Donnie and Leonardo. Go and check out the videos tab, find the playlist, but most importantly, please hit that subscribe button. Much appreciate. You can also hit that join button and become a channel member as well. Either show some love or join the members club. Much appreciated. Follow me on Instagram, it's Dan Who. And I'm on Twitter as well. Tweet me. Let me know your favourite turtle. It's obviously Donatello, right? At Dan Who Reviews. Honestly, let me know your favourite turtle in the comments below. And if it's not Donatello, why not? The guy only needs a stick to defend himself, and he's a genius, for God's sake. Come on now. Anyway, I'll leave you on that argument, and I'll see you on the next one.